Dusk Beyond the End of the World. I watched episode 1, which, if those don't know, it's technically episode 0.
Episode 0, yeah.
And then episode 1, I just watched too. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I was not expecting to be like that.
I never do this. I had finished working. So this is my job, right? So I had finished work and my content for the day by like noon. I was like, all right, I'm gonna make some lunch. I'm gonna watch the first episode. Watched the first episode, immediately got up, came in here and made a video, forgot to put a shirt on. So I make the video and I'm just wearing like a black undershirt.
Oof. Hold on.
Yeah.
One more time for those. I'm just kidding.
And then went and watched the second episode. That's how excited I was about the first episode.
It was good. It was very good.
Very good.
For sub too. And I remember because Will texted me. I was at work when he texted me, and I was like, you know what? Screw it. Screw work and all that. Let's start watching and all that. Thankfully, we were already done for the day of all the stuff we had to do. But I'm like, started pulling up. And I was texting. I was like, dude, Toa's voice actor is really good, actually.
Yeah.
I was enjoying it. And then the more he goes into it, I thought it was very ridiculous. Though you have episode 1, episode 2, very serious, and then you get to episode 2. Toa finally reveals herself. She's like, "Let's get married." I'm like,
"Huh?" Well, what's
okay.
Interesting. So the English,
those who watch understand.
Yeah, the English show is called Dusk Beyond the End of the World, but the Japanese name is Toa no Yagure or Toa no Yagakure. Toa being his fiance before, and Yagakure, I don't know if that's exactly right, but that's the name of the android that looks like her. So it's interesting. So the name is literally the Japanese name is literally both of her names, but the English name is Dusk Beyond the End of the World.
I thought it was very weird that how like they set up this anime, because they said doing the 0, like episode 0 to episode 1, but it really makes sense. I'm really glad they did that, because those who are watching, when you go to episode 1, you're just being thrown into, you have no idea what's going on. Definitely watch episode 0.
It would work if that's how it was. It could work, but it's so much better. So much better.
Maybe you can explain it to me, or maybe I have to wait till the dub. But when it got to, I was like, what? It was too much, and nothing like trying to say like wrong or right about it. But I was like, how does the marriage system work in this? I was like, is it the earrings? Is it this? I was like, because for them,
figured it out yet.
In this anime, polygamy is just whatever. If you like someone, you can marry whoever you want. It's everything's good. Like if you like it, you like it. It's good.
It's multiple, whatever. It's like whatever. It's like, but this is like the dystopian world that is like this. Yeah.
Which I'm thinking though, that makes great sense though, because if you have like say something happened and if they're starting from scratch of humanity, it's starting from scratch. It could be whatever you thought it was.
It's like instead of, because it hasn't explained it perfectly, but the way I look at it, it's like
it was confusing to figure out.
Yeah. To me, and I could be wrong, but it seems like it's less of a, hey, these 3 or 4 or 6 people are getting married, and more of a, this group of people is like committing that they care about each other, and they're committing to like make their own like unit. Like
it felt more like clans,
familial unit,
if I'm
like
thinking
their own little clan, clan within the overall city, within the overall village or whatever.
Yeah, if you want to like, if you had to do it like clan, tribe, group of people, that's what it felt like. Like, hey, you like all these people, you all like each other, you all get along.
Yeah,
we're making a family.
You also have like, there could very much be a Hunger Games aspect to this, where like there is definitely a group of society that's living much more privileged than the rest. There's
you already saw that. Yeah.
There's a primitive part and there's a more advanced part. This advanced part could be pushing propaganda and agenda onto this more primitive part, and like controlling how they do things, right? So this whole construct of how they're doing things could be a part of whatever propaganda is potentially being, enforced upon them.
Because I understand the whole thing, like the whole marriage aspect of it. I was like, but they kept on pointing to the ears, and they had like these little rings in the ears. Like, is that identify who you're married to? But like they only have like, they all have the same color. They're all different. I'm like, how do you know
instead of hand rings? Like,
no, it's not even that. I'm just like, how do I say this politely? But like, how do you know whose is whose? You know what I'm saying? Like whose group is who?
Yeah.
Because if they all look the same color, and I was thinking, okay, maybe the multiple rings means how many multiple people are in that group.
Yeah.
I was like, you're running out of ears then if you have like say like 20 people or whatever. Yeah. I'm like, how do I want them to clarify that a little bit for me, because like it's a unique aspect.
If you didn't notice, Toa was working on a project right before the things happened at the end, and she called it the LC project. LC project.
Mhm.
And what they call the marriage, what they call it in the dystopian future, they call it Elsie, Elsee, or
Will, you
Elsea.
caught so
Yeah,
much more than
they
I
call it
did.
Elsie, and it's like, oh, they're calling. So that's what Toa
Yeah.
named that final project she was working on. She called it the LC project, and they call their marriage Elsie, but it's spelled out
See, I'm
Elsea.
so new to sub. I'm reading it specifically as is. I'm not actually like hearing it and
Yeah,
perceiving it
yeah,
completely. That's on a whole different level now.
yeah, yeah.
Wow. Good
So
job, Will.
that's why I'm questioning, like, hey, is this like something that's being like some type
Yeah.
of propaganda that's being pushed on them or something? Like, what is
Dude,
this?
I think you just cracked something, bro. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited to
Because
watch the
there's
next
a
episode
moment
now.
where the main character hears that, and because the
Mhm.
little girl calls it Elsie, and he goes, huh,
Yeah. No, I know
Elsie,
exactly what you're talking about. He's like, oh,
Elsie. And that made me think, oh, that's what Toa was. And then you get the little flashback where she's like working on her project. And I was like, yeah, that project was titled the Elsie Project.
I was like, oh, he's just trying to figure out how to pronounce it right or something like that. But I'm like, no, no, dude, see, that went straight over my head. Wow. But also, like, for me too, I'm not
Helps a lot
super
sometimes.
analytical when it comes to like this. Like, when it comes to animes, I'm just a consumer. I just watch it. I consume it. Sometimes I might be very analytical when it comes to like Togedanki. I might have like notes. Sometimes I'm just watching the anime. This one
Yeah.
over here, I'm just watching it. Will's perceiving it on a whole different level. For those who didn't catch it and all that, we're in the same boat. But those who
I've
did,
also been doing this about 20
good
years
for you.
longer than you. So,
Yeah. No, that was a great point. I really enjoyed that. Wow.
and so it really makes you think about it a little. So just that little tidbit combined with the fact that there is a
Yeah.
group of society that has more technology that is controlling the more primitive remnants of society. Those two together makes me think, okay, like, what's actually going on in the world? What is this higher
Hmm.
echelon of society? What are they foisting upon this more primitive
Hmm.
echelon of society, and how much of their lifestyle has been like fabricated in such a way or not? I don't know. There's clearly some type of subjugation going on.
So I'm looking at it right now for the tags, and like I said, this might just because what people are saying it, but it says heterosexual robots, dystopian, lost civilization,
Robots.
post-apocalyptic.
Oh, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
That,
because
that yeah.
AI, post-apocalyptic, male protagonist, artificial intelligence, gore, and it does say LGBTQ plus themes and polyamorous. So
Okay.
this might just be what people are saying about it,
It
and
could
it's
just be
just like
the
checking out.
implication,
Yeah,
or it could
but
actually be it.
or it could be what you're saying. It could be more, or it could be both.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's
This anime is
interesting.
throwing me through a loop, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, when does
It's
episode 3 come
definitely
out? In 13
and
hours. When we're recording this, it comes out. So by the time you've seen this episode, is our episode 3
third
comes
one's
out.
coming out. Yeah.
We might be talking about this
It's
next week, hopefully.
definitely the standout so far.
Yes.
It
And who told you?
Yeah, yeah. The way they did, and
Taylor.
if they wouldn't have done the episode 0, it wouldn't be as much of a standout, because all of the because you're going to be getting flashbacks all the time now, and you
Mhm.
have this first episode to tie, like, that
Getting the
first
puzzle pieces
episode
together.
in that 30 minutes. They did such a good job of building the relationship
Mhm.
between Toa and whatever his freaking name is. I forgot his name already. But between the Toa and the main character, they build that
Mhm.
relationship up. It's cute. It's done really, really well. And they build that great. And then the sacrifice at the end. And so you see all of that. And then as you're getting the flashbacks that are inevitably going to happen throughout the anime, it
Yeah.
just makes those flashbacks make that much more sense.
No, I'm glad you said that too, because there are certain animes where they just like the romance comes off way too quick and way too easy.
Yeah.
I think they build it right, and they did backstories right on that. A lot of animes I'm seeing with too when it comes to backstories recently, backstories are just terrible.